Alaikum everyone. This is Huzaifah Ahmed from Rehan Korangi campus. Today the topic of discussion with ChatGPT is how to build self-discipline and stay focused. So let's get started. Hey, hey ChatGPT. Today the topic of discussion with you is going to be how to build self-discipline and stay focused.
That sounds great. Self discipline and focus are such valuable skills. Where would you like to start? Do you want to talk about the basics, maybe practical techniques, or how to overcome common distractions?
First, I want you to tell me what exactly is self-discipline. Is it about willpower or is there more to it that we don't know about?
That's a great question. So, self discipline is kind of like a muscle. It's the ability to consistently choose long term goals over short term comfort. Willpower is a big part of it, but it also involves planning, habits, and managing your environment. So, it's not just about raw will, it's about creating the right conditions to stay on track.
Now tell me what's the difference between self discipline and motivation? Which one is often more reliable?
Yeah. So motivation is kind of that spark, that initial drive you feel, but it tends to come and go. Self discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you going even when motivation dips. So in the long run, self discipline is definitely more reliable. It's what carries you through the tough days.
Now tell me what does science say about willpower? Is it a limited resource that runs out?
Yeah. So the science is pretty interesting. Early research on willpower suggested it was a limited resource. This idea is called ego depletion. Basically, after using a lot of self control, you might have less of it left for later. But more recent studies suggest it's more complex. Your mindset about willpower, your habits, and even your energy levels all play a role. So it's not just about a tank running out, it's more about how you manage it.
Now there's a confusion with me, which has been with me for a long time, which is why do people with high intelligence and clear goals still struggle with self discipline? I mean, they shouldn't, right? And it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I get that confusion. So, intelligence and clear goals definitely help, but self discipline is more about habits, impulse control, and emotional regulation, things that don't always correlate directly with IQ. Plus, even people with big goals face temptations, fatigue, and unexpected stressors. So, discipline isn't just about being smart, it's about those daily practices you build.
Okay, now how does your environment either support or destroy your ability to stay focused?
Yeah, the environment is huge. If you have a space that's cluttered, full of distractions, like your phone buzzing constantly, it's really hard to stay on track. But if you design a space with minimum distractions, dedicated areas for work, maybe some calming background noise, it really boosts your focus. So it's about shaping your surroundings to reinforce your habits.
Okay, now tell me what's the role of habits in building self discipline? Can discipline become automatic?
Absolutely. Habits are like the backbone of self discipline. When you repeat an action regularly, it stops being a conscious struggle and just becomes automatic. Over time, those small, consistent habits free you from relying on willpower alone. So discipline really can become a natural part of your routine.
How do you build focus in a world designed to constantly distract you?
Yeah, that's a real challenge these days. One approach is to create intentional focus rituals, like setting a timer for deep work or using tools like website planners. Also, having a clear start and end to focus. Yeah, absolutely. And along with that, you can tweak your environment, like turning off notifications, having a dedicated workspace, or even using techniques like the Pomodoro method. The key is making focus a deliberate habit. So it's not just fighting distractions, but setting yourself up to win again.
Alright, now tell me what's the difference between someone who is self disciplined and someone who is just rigid and inflexible?
Good point. So self discipline is actually flexible. It's about making consistent choices while staying adaptable. On the other hand, rigidity is when you stick to a rule or plan, even when it stops serving you or causes harm. So self discipline lets you adjust, stay committed, but still be kind of flexible with your approach.
Now tell me how do you recover self discipline after a long period of laziness or burnout?
Yeah, that's tough, but it's totally possible. Start small. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Pick one tiny habit, something really manageable, and build momentum from there. Also, be kind to yourself. Acknowledge the burnout, give yourself some recovery time, and then slowly win back up. Each small win recharges your discipline.
What do the most disciplined people in the world, aka athletes, CEOs, and artists, do differently from the normal people like us?
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. What often sets them apart is how they structure their days. They're super intentional about routines, they have clear priorities, and they protect their time like it's gold. They also tend to rely on team support, accountability partners, and they don't just wait for motivation, they act on their commitments even when they don't feel like it.
All right, now the last question is, what's one concrete action someone can take today to build to start building real self-discipline?
I love that question. A simple action is to pick one small specific daily habit, like waking up 10 minutes earlier to plan your day or doing a 5-minute focused task. Then commit to doing it every day, no matter what. That small success builds confidence and starts a chain reaction for bigger habits.
All right, thank you everyone. This was the end of my discussion with ChatGPT for today. Until the next task, Allah Hafiz.